Well, hello there, Leo. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be your general reading for the second half of April 2019. If you're new here, my name is Melissa, and I will be telling you what you need to know for the second half of April, some things you maybe probably already know that are going on, and maybe something helpful that maybe you didn't know was going on. I also, every Monday, post a video on a metaphysical topic. We call that Metaphysical Monday. So if you're interested in that, check out the description box. That'll have a link to the playlist. And also make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can get Monday's video, which is coming out soon on Monday, obviously. All right, so I have a couple more shuffles for you, Leo. And what did I just do there? I don't know what I just did there. That's weird. I flipped them like way wrong. All right, Leo, April 16th to the 30th. Okay. I do want to mention while I'm shuffling that this is a general reading. So I will be connecting to energies all over the place. So there will be messages for multiple people. So please take what resonates for you and leave the rest for them. All right, that is it. So since we don't have a question, this is general. We're going to go with the bottom of the deck as the overall energy for the reading. The Five of Rods. All right, it's kind of funny when I was doing a pre-shuffle before I started filming, this card didn't really pop out, but it kind of flipped over. So it was like in the deck like this, like in the middle. And I pulled it out and I was like, okay, let's see if that comes out. Well, there it is. That is the overall energy for the reading. So I feel like overall, this reading is going to be about something that's going on in your life that's kind of conflict for you. And I feel like it's kind of external conflict, so there's other people involved. Yeah, something not so great, something that's going on in your life that feels conflicting. So let's see what we have for Leo. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So we have some kind of movement. I immediately go to the daffodils. I've been seeing daffodils everywhere. And honestly, I'm not sure what that means. But I've been seeing them everywhere. I actually told my husband a few weeks ago I wanted to get some daffodils. I've looked at several different stores. Nobody has them right now. Somebody posted it on Instagram this morning, something about flowers, and it was a picture of daffodils. So I for some reason, I'm drawn to that daffodil. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I really need to look up the meaning of the word, the meaning of daffodils, if there's some kind of significance there. I'm not really 100% on that. But I do know that they're like, not scientific name, I guess. Scientific name is Narcissus, whatever. Feel like maybe there's somebody a little bit narcissistic in your life right now that could be causing some conflict. I feel like there's some kind of movement going on, but like kind of you're at a stalemate is what I'm hearing. What else do we have for Leo? Okay, now we have the Knight of Cauldrons. Okay, so we have something going on here with something coming in, some kind of maybe offer or some kind of not really like something new, but something you were not expecting to go down. Yeah, so we have earth and we have water. So we have something that's kind of more hearth and home, and then we also have emotions. So I feel like that's kind of playing into whatever the situation is that's going on. But I feel like maybe these two are the conflict. There's two people that you're kind of in the middle of. Oh, don't. I switched their placements. Let's see. There we go. All right, so let's see what other details we can get for Leo. Now we have the Page of Pentacles. Y'all, lots of court cards, all these people. Okay, so there's another person in this conflict. It's like a large group of people that are kind of going at it, I guess. The page is usually maybe somebody young, a student of some sort, learning a new skill. Maybe if you are the person that's learning a new skill, I feel like you could be any of these court cards. Like they could be representing you. You are one of them. And if you can kind of sense which one is you, are you the kind of like workhorse is what I'm hearing. Are you the romantic one, or are you the young student learning something new? One of those is you. I feel like I'm talking to a couple of different people here. You know which one kind of represents you. So choose which one is you, and the other two, or whatever else comes out of here, the other ones are the other people in the conflict. So we'll kind of maybe get a read on what each person is going through here, since I'm going to end up having to do a different kind of spread than what I normally do for a general read, because I feel like we have different people that each need some cards. So let me see if there's any more people that come out, and then we'll do some clarification on each person here. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles. So we have the Knight, the Queen, and the Page of Pentacles. Like, the whole gang is here. Like, there's some feminine energy there. She seems like maybe she's a little bit saddened by what's going on here. So let's see what else we get for Leo. Now we have the Six of Cauldrons. Okay, so this is kind of unrequited love. This goes near the Queen of Pentacles, so I can see how these, like, the emotion is kind of similar here. Both of the females in these depictions seem a little bit unimpressed, or just kind of focusing on themselves and not really worrying about what people are trying to give them, or what have you. But I feel like, so if you're the female in this situation, you're just kind of not feeling it right now. And then you have all these dudes surrounding you. Like, usually, like, if you're reading for a woman and the knights come up, it's usually a courtship situation. It's somebody coming in to make an offer for, you know, your affection, kind of. So, but I feel like that if you're the female, I feel like that may be what's going on. There's some gentlemen in your life that are maybe fighting over you or fighting for you, or yeah, I feel like maybe this kind of represents each of the masculine energies in your life. Doesn't necessarily have to be gender specifically male, but could be kind of like a strong energy character that kind of could be playing a masculine role in your life. So let's see. Let's get some clarification on the Page of Pentacles. Why is this page here? Mastery. This is the Chariot card. So this is an actual travel situation. So I feel like maybe because I pulled it for the Page of Pentacles, somebody maybe leaving for school, or is away at school, somebody who's traveled for learning purposes, or is going to travel for learning purposes. I feel like that's who the Page of Pentacles is. Somebody who recently traveled or is about to travel. Yes. Okay, so let's get more information on the Knight of Cauldrons. Knight of Cups, Knight of Cauldrons. Who is this? Y'all. We have the Page of Cauldrons. Okay, so I feel like that's telling me that the Knight of Cauldrons is somebody with children. I feel like that maybe not be the book definition of what these two together are, but because of the situation, what I'm feeling intuitively, I feel like the Knight of Cauldrons is a parent, but not necessarily an older parent, maybe like a younger parent, new parent possibly. All right, who is this Knight of Pentacles? Okay, so the Knight of... Sorry, had to change the memory settings on my phone. So the Knight of Pentacles is kind of the person in the situation who's who's really like they seem like they're really bothered, but you know, like you can see from the outside that they are they're kind of putting themselves in this position. They're like really unhappy, but there's something they can do about it, and you can't get through to them because they're kind of stuck in their own head, and they can't seem to find a way out of how they're feeling and thinking about stuff. So let's see. So we know who everyone sort of is. This is kind of weird for me to change spreads in the middle of a reading, but I really felt it was necessary. So, because we have so many players in the game. So we have several different people going on, and we have kind of the mom of the group, but she's kind of checked out a little bit. She's not really invested emotionally in whatever's going on. She's just like, you guys need to figure this shit out and let me know when we can, have dinner. Like, she's just like, you guys need to figure it out. I'm not getting in the middle of it, but I still love you, kind of. And then we have there's like kind of maybe a student of some sort. There is kind of a younger parent that's coming up. And then there's kind of the kind of stoic, kind of involved in his own thinking and is not really looking bigger picture, but like, don't you guys all see how this is affecting me? Like, that person. So we have that going on within this conflict. Let's see, what else? Okay, so what is the conflict? What is the conflict that is going on? Leo. Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles. I'll show it to you. We have the Three of Pentacles. So somebody's kind of working at something. What is this? Conflict. And maybe even, okay. So these came out like this. Okay. So I feel like somebody's working and then somebody else is taking the credit. I feel like that's what's going on here. So somebody's doing all the work and somebody else is taking the credit. Whether that be actually, I mean, we do have, I feel like we have equal amount pentacles as we do cups. So I feel like maybe this is an emotionally invested career situation where, like you've been there for a long time, or you just really feel emotionally connected to these people. And somebody's kind of taking credit for somebody else's work, whether that be you. I feel like for some of you, you're doing the work, but I feel like maybe you're bearing witness to somebody else's drama. Like there's some shady shit going down and you don't like it, but you can't get yourself involved. I feel like there's just this conflict, and I don't see you necessarily super involved, but I feel like it's going on around you. I feel like you're surrounded by this conflict, and you don't want to get involved, but it's hard not to just because of the way the situation is. I feel like you're very close to these people, whether it's family or work people. I feel like maybe it's like half and half, like half of you it's work and half of you it's family. We have a lot of cups out there. We have a lot of pentacles out there. So I feel like it could be both. Some of you it may be both. But I really feel like it's a pretty even split. Some of you this is emotional family stuff, and some of you this is work related. But I feel like you're surrounded by some drama. And you're trying to stay out of it, but I don't feel like it's you necessarily directly involved in it. So let's get some advice. I know what I would think that I would express to you in this situation, but let's see. Spirit might have better ideas. Let's see. Advice for Leo. All right, stand your ground. Stand your ground. Don't get involved. She's got her hands up. Just keep your distance. Keep your distance, but stand your ground. Keep your thoughts in a stable manner. Keep yourself in check. Make sure. Whoa, I was just gonna do that, and it just. Anyways, yes, keep your thoughts in a stable place. Fours are stability for me. Just imagining 4 legs on a table, just keeping it level. I just feel like that's the advice from this card, is just keep your space bubble going, but stand your ground. Don't get knocked over. Keep yourself level. Don't let them kind of, if you were on, say, 2 legs, well, you are on 2 legs when you're walking, I suppose. But you know what I mean. If you have 2 points like a motorcycle, it's easily tipped over. But we want you to be stable and have that table, which is part of the word stable. I'm sorry. Be stable. Don't be a pushover. Thank you. That's the message that I'm now close. Stay on track. Don't be a pushover. Keep that stability. Keep all 4 legs of your chair on the ground. Otherwise, you're going to tip over. So keep your distance and keep your wits about you. See, the wind is blowing her a headdress. I don't know what that would be called. Veil. It's not really a veil. The wind is kind of blowing it, but she's just standing her ground. So let's see if we have one more advice card for Leo. The Magician. Okay, so this is all about taking action to make what you want happen. Taking action. It's gathering your resources, putting them in a pot, shaking that bitch up, and releasing it. So I feel like that's what the advice here is gathering your resources. Gather your resources, work your magic, and then reach to a higher power than yourself, and get those juices flowing that will help you manifest creatively what you need to have happen in this situation, whether that be removing yourself from the situation, but it's definitely a take action for yourself. The Magician works alone, aside from a friendly companion there. I'm getting lone wolf. There's a wolf in the picture. Maybe that's why they're showing me that. I'm getting lone wolf. Taking action for yourself. Just bringing everything together, bringing all of your resources together, so that you can manifest and build what you want out of everything there. With regards to this conflict that I see, I feel like just standing your ground and then taking action. I feel like you're not really working on it yet. You're too distracted by whatever is going on in this conflict situation. So taking it back to yourself and making sure that you're not going to get tipped over by their pushing each other around. I just imagine you in a room and there's just fighting going on around you and somebody pushes somebody into you. Make sure you're standing your ground and being stable, and just take your drama and get it away from me. I don't want to be affected by that. But in doing so, you're forgetting to pay attention to yourself, because you're in self-preservation mode, and you're not really actually focusing on yourself. You're just trying to keep yourself out of their shit. So I feel like the advice here is to stand your ground, but also take into account all of your resources. Look at what you can be grateful for, pull them all together, and use that to build what you want, to take action on what you need for you, whether it's getting away from this situation physically or emotionally, detaching from whatever people are causing you discomfort. So I hope that this makes sense for you. Please, if anything is kind of confusing, feel free to ask. Leave me a comment, message me, whatever you feel like you need to do. But I wish you the best, and I really hope that you can take some time to focus on yourself and keep all of the drama out of your space bubble. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that bell for notifications on the next Metaphysical Monday video. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks for your May reading. So thank you again, and as always, have a blessed day.